Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow YouTubers, Facebookians. Aries Santa here with an in-depth video on how to choose a computer. Now, if you want something that's gaming, a desktop is good. They got plenty of coolants, plenty of stuff. You can stack the RAM up to 16 gigs. You can put in a great gaming card, and you can, when you want to upgrade your card to play the current games, that's fine. And if you have to upgrade, you reuse your chassis and just throw in new components, and it's cheaper than buying a new computer every time, you know. Now, for some of you out there that want a gaming laptop, you need to choose the right hard drive space. Between 500 gigs and 2 terabytes would be perfect. Processor, depends on what you want. I recommend the i3 or i5 processors. I also recommend a minimum of 4 gigs of RAM. My buddy's computer's got an Intel HD graphics card that plays Diablo 2 okay. Mine's got an AMD Radeon chip in it that just kicks butt, you know. But AMD is slowly getting away, from what I understand, from laptops and going with the Intel chips. So be very careful. You also get CD-ROM rewriters, most likely, / DVD rewriters is what they call them more likely now. You don't get Blu-ray. My laptop's got Blu-ray, but that's not why we're talking. The other thing is I found to preserve the life and the speed and the heat, always hook it to external monitor. The power is reserved so your motherboard ain't kicking on as much to run the monitor. So 4 gigs minimum. You want an AMD Radeon chip in your computer to run games. The other thing is you want the computer to run at least a 14-inch screen to a 17.3. I've seen Toshiba's with 18.4, but it's more likely 17.3. My computers are 17.3. There's another factor. You also want to find out what you're going to be using for it. If it's just for games, then you want a gaming rig, which World of Warcraft can run on mine pretty easy. My desktop World of Warcraft can run smoothly. No problems, no frame rates, no lag. Same with my laptop. However, I will tell you, over the years, if you're using a laptop continually, not just for games, but for webcam, and Skype, or Yahoo, or a video program, your processor will kick on and off trying to clear the buffer of your RAM, which won't be doing. It's just rewriting the extra blank hard drive space to continually run your camera. So your computer will start to get sluggish when your RAM fills up because you're using that. Now, if it's for gaming and you're not Skyping, you're fine. I use the Skype all the time for Messenger, you know, like that. So, on that aspect, now, a laptop also has to be built by the operating system. Now, I highly recommend, if you can find Windows 7 and you configure Windows 7, you'll do good with Windows 7. Windows 8, unless you know how to calibrate Windows 8 properly, you don't want a Windows 8 system because Windows 8 is new and no one knows what software programs and bugs aren't going to be out. So these makers, these older games that you like, will be like, oh, well, we got to develop this patch and that patch and this patch just to run your game. So always be very careful with new operating systems. Plus the fact that Windows 8 is designed specifically for tablets. You know, in my opinion, Windows 8, unless they develop a laptop, which they have, with a touch screen motion or like this, you are going to have some difficulties. I know they're developing more and more computer screens between 22 and 27 and 30 inches. It's all touch screen like this. You just have to be wary. Now, if you want to pay the money out for a touch screen to run, you know, the entire thing for Windows 8, they're about $1,200 last time I checked. So, anyways, the bottom line is if you know what you need it for, it's for gaming, develop it for gaming. Now, if you want to use it for the internet as well, then be very careful because the computer does burn up very quickly processor-wise if you're using it for Farmville, Cafe World, Chefville, or etc. It just uses those flash games, and the flash games eats up your computer, and eventually your computer will just blow up. It's just like, I had that happen to one of my computers. So let's just say it's not pretty. I've given up the games on that aspect. I do game like Diablo 2, etc. I have a desktop that handles the load pretty good, so I have no problems. And my laptop nowadays, the battery's been replaced, so all I do is take it with me just for travel. And I use it basically for simplicity, you know, for travel-wise. 3G or 4G dongle stick, pop it in the USB, use it on a train or whatever. So, my other laptop, my travel laptop, I got another one of these, and they're very nice. It's a netbook, and it's just used for like slapping in a bag and etc. But you don't need something like this because these don't handle worth the dang for games. That's right. You want a full-size laptop, 17-inch screen, 14.1 minimum, 15.6 is the basic for most affordable people. I run 17.3. Now, for some of you out there, you're hearing things about my sweetie. I'm looking to get her a laptop, and I wanted a 17.3 inch, and I don't want her to have Windows 8 yet. So, that said, I know what I'm looking for in a computer. I'm looking for affordability, where she pays the taxes on the laptop, and she gets it. Now, for others who says, oh, well, I want a gaming rig I can take with me. Well, Asus makes some pretty good computers. If you get a good one that's very affordable with the Radeon chip, your games are going to smooth or smoke. And by the way, a good time to buy a computer is now, because Windows 7 is being discontinued. And if you find something that's Windows 7 with an AMD chip, enough hard drive, 250 to 500 gig or a terabyte, 4 gigs to 6 gigs or more, and you're paying $300 or $400 for the unit, and it's a 15.6 inch screen, take it. You're going to be enjoying the price. Price is the most key in these computers, because they're trying to sell them out. They're trying to push Windows 8, and so it's the best time to buy is now. So with that said, just remember, the AMD chip is the proper chip for gaming. I have one myself. My Windows 7 is fine. However, remember this. If you go with a desktop, custom built like I did, for about $5.99, you get the Windows discs. When my hard drives failed in my laptops, which it was a hard drive failure, not the manufacturer of my laptop, they sent me a new one. And they sent me the Windows disc because it was under warranty. And let me tell you, easy peasy. With 4 days, all my stuff was on it again. So, with that said, there's what I recommend. It's your call. Best places to go is Best Buy for the pricing. I found Best Buy to be the most affordable. I do know Best Buy does free shipping, but I also know Best Buy does sales tax, just to be warned. So, with that said, please add and subscribe if you like. Please post comments in if you like. And please add me as a friend if you like. Peace, love, out.